Hi all! Welcome to the Wings and Nozzle channel. If you, just like me, are cockatiel lover and want your cockatiel talking, today we're going to learn 6 super cool tips for teaching your cockatiel to talk. Let's go! First tip, acquire a baby cockatiel. It's easier to teach them when they're young. Second tip, choose short words or phrases. Start with simple things. Third tip, imitate the speech. Speak as you want her to speak. Fourth tip, repeat, repeat, repeat. Say the word or phrase several times. Fifth tip, give a reward. When your cockatiel tries to talk, offer a reward. Sixth tip, be patient. Learning to speak takes time. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe and turn on the bell to receive notifications for upcoming videos. If you like cockatiels, leave your like to help us. Some people still doubt it, but yes, cockatiels can talk. It's not something they do naturally, but with training, they learn. They love to imitate sounds around them, such as the washing machine, ringtones, and even program vignettes. To teach your cockatiel to talk, follow these tips with patience and practice. Not everyone learns the same way, but with effort, you can do it. Stay with us until the end of the video, and let's learn these tips together to get your cockatiel talking. Let's go! First tip, buy a cockatiel while still a puppy. It is important that the cockatiel is still a cub to learn to speak because, just like human babies, they learn faster and more easily when they are young. When we adopt a baby cockatiel, we have the opportunity to create a strong bond from an early age, which is essential for them to feel comfortable and interested in interacting with us. In addition, puppies are more curious and receptive to new sounds and experiences. They are at a stage of development where they are learning to explore the world around them, and this includes mimicking the sounds they hear frequently. By spending a lot of time talking to her, the puppy begins to associate the words with his owner and tries to reproduce these sounds as a form of communication. So, dedicate plenty of time to becoming friends with her. Remember, when the cockatiel imitates sounds, it is trying to interact with you. So, if you want her to talk, it's important that she enjoys spending time with you and feels comfortable playing and talking. Here's the second tip. Choose easy words. Start with very short and simple words or phrases. For example, say hello or good morning. In the beginning, it is easier for the cockatiel to learn short words. Speak in a cheerful voice to get her attention. Cockatiels can't remember and repeat sounds that are too long or difficult. Then, repeat the same word or phrase over and over again. This helps the cockatiel associate sound with action. For example, say good morning every time you see the cockatiel in the morning. That way, she'll learn that that sound means something cool and she'll try to repeat it. I'll explain here why choosing easy words to teach a cockatiel to speak is so important. Here are a few reasons. First of all, ease of memorization. Easy words are shorter and simpler, which makes it easier for the cockatiel to memorize. Just like for us humans, it's easier to remember short words like hello than long, complicated words. Second, improved imitation. Cockatiels are great imitators, but they have limitations. Simple, short sounds are easier for them to imitate correctly. For example, hi is much easier for a cockatiel to repeat than wonderful. Third, motivation and reward. When the cockatiel is able to imitate an easy word, it receives praise and rewards more quickly. This motivates her to keep trying to talk. If the words are too difficult, she may become demotivated because she can't achieve success. Fourth, small steps. Starting with easy words allows the cockatiel to learn step by step. Once she's mastered simple words, you can introduce slightly more complicated words. It's like learning to walk before you run. Fifth, less frustration. For the tutor, choosing easy words reduces frustration. Seeing your cockatiel learn and repeat simple words quickly is very rewarding and encourages you to continue training. Reason 5, fun examples. For example, teaching words like hi, bye, or the name of the cockatiel are good starts. They are short, easy to repeat, and often used in everyday life, which helps the cockatiel learn in the right context. Sixth, connection with the cockatiel. Using easy words creates a better connection between you and your cockatiel. She'll feel closer to you when she's able to communicate, and you'll have a lot of fun together while she learns. Because of this, Choosing easy words is essential to make the learning process fun and effective for your cockatiel. Let's get to the third tip: imitate speech. Cockatiels love to copy sounds, so when you talk to them, use whatever tone and intonation you want them to repeat. For example, if you want her to say hello, say it in a cheerful, upbeat voice. Imagine you're talking to a friend and you want them to mimic exactly what you're saying. Speak in a thinner voice, because cockatiels find it easier to copy high-pitched sounds than low-pitched ones. This helps the cockatiel better understand what you are teaching and makes it easier to imitate. So, whenever you talk to your cockatiel, use a cheerful, thin voice. This will help your little bird learn to talk in a fun and easy way. Talking to a cockatiel using a high-pitched voice is important for several reasons that make it easier to learn and imitate. Cockatiels have an easier time mimicking high-pitched sounds. Their natural vocalizations are closer to high-pitched tones, so it's easier for them to replicate those sounds when you speak in a thinner voice. A high-pitched voice usually draws more attention from the cockatiel. High-pitched sounds stand out in their surroundings and are more interesting to these birds, which can increase their focus and curiosity. In the wild, many sounds that cockatiels hear and respond to are high-pitched, like the songs of other birds. Using a high-pitched voice creates a familiar feel for them, making it easier to communicate. High-pitched sounds are simpler to modify and repeat for cockatiels. They are better able to perceive the variations and nuances in a high-pitched voice, which makes imitation more accurate. Speaking in a high-pitched, cheerful voice also creates a positive experience for the cockatiel. She will associate this voice with fun and enjoyable moments, which encourages her to participate more actively in the training. A high-pitched, caring voice can strengthen the emotional bond between you and your cockatiel. She will notice your enthusiasm and feel closer to you, making learning a joint and fun activity. Imagine talking to your cockatiel in a thin, cheerful voice. "Hi, cutie!" or "Good morning, little friend." Not only does this grab her attention, but it also creates an environment of joy and connection. So, I can assure you, using a high-pitched voice when talking to your cockatiel makes learning easier and more fun for them, helping them pay attention, imitate sounds more accurately, and strengthen their bond with you. Always try to talk to your cockatiel in this way. This will help your feathered little friend learn to talk in a fun and easy way. The fourth tip is super important: repetition. When we are training our cockatiels, it is essential to set aside a little time every day, about 10 to 15 minutes, to communicate with them. During this time, repeat the short words or phrases you want to teach several times. Do you know why this is so important? The more often the cockatiel hears the words, the more chances it has to learn. It's like when we play a sport or study for a test. The more we train, the better we get, right? So be consistent. Practice every day. That way, your cockatiel will have plenty of opportunities to learn and will get better and better at repeating the words or phrases you teach. Here's the fifth tip. The fifth tip is one of my favorites. Use rewards. You know, when your cockatiel makes an effort to talk, even if it's just a little bit, that's cause for celebration. And you know what you can do? Give her a reward, such as a tasty treat or a well-given cuddle. This is super cool because it creates a positive association between speaking and having a good experience. It's as if your cockatiel thinks, "Wow, when I talk, I get a delicious treat or a nice cuddle." So, do you know what happens? She gets super motivated to keep trying. Just like us, cockatiels need to hear something many times to remember. Constant repetition helps the cockatiel fix the words or phrases in memory. Think of it as a song you only remember after listening to it over and over again. By repeating the same words or phrases, the cockatiel begins to associate these sounds with specific situations. For example, if you always say "good morning" when you enter the room in the morning, she begins to understand that these words are linked to this situation. Cockatiels learn to speak by imitating sounds. When you repeat a word multiple times, it begins to recognize the pattern of the sound and tries to play it. It's like learning a new dance by repeating the steps over and over again until you get the hang of it. The learning of cockatiels is gradual. By repeating many times, you're helping your cockatiel slowly progress from simpler sounds to more complex words. It's like learning to ride a bike with constant training. Constant practice helps the cockatiel develop its vocal skills. The more she practices, the better she gets at controlling her vocal muscles and making sounds correctly. And that's not all. In addition to aiding learning, using rewards makes training much more fun. After all, who doesn't like to get a treat when they do something cool, right? And it also strengthens the bond between you and your cockatiel, because it will associate you with these cool experiences. So, don't forget, whenever your cockatiel tries to talk, give it a reward. Thus, learning becomes more enjoyable and the bond between the two of you only gets stronger. The sixth and final tip is, be patient. Look, every cockatiel is unique. This means that some may learn to speak faster than others. It's normal to want your cockatiel to talk right off the bat, but remember, sometimes they need a little extra time. It's like when you're learning something new, right? Sometimes it takes a little while to get the hang of it. So be patient and don't get discouraged if your cockatiel doesn't start talking all at once. The key is to keep training with patience and consistency. This means that you need to practice every day, even if it feels like you're not making as much progress as you'd like. Oh, and you know what's cool? Celebrate every little achievement along the way. When your cockatiel tries to speak a word or take a step in the right direction, celebrate. This helps keep motivation up there, both for you and for her. So, remember, be patient, train consistently, and celebrate every little success. That way, you'll get there together, step by step. So, dear cockatiel tutor, pay attention to this super important tip. You know, not all cockatiels talk, and that's okay. Some simply prefer not to imitate sounds, and that's okay too. What really matters is making sure the process is amazing and fun for you and your little winged friend. So, don't be discouraged if your cockatiel doesn't want to talk. What matters is the special bond you're building together. Just imagine, every moment of training is a new adventure, an opportunity to connect even more with your cockatiel. Keep doing your best. Keep the training positive and full of fun. Who knows? Maybe your cockatiel will end up surprising you with some unexpected trick. The important thing is to enjoy every step of the way together. You guys are an unbeatable team. Also, note if there are other forms of interaction and communication that your cockatiel prefers. Maybe she's more interested in learning tricks or interacting in other ways. The bond and communication between you and your cockatiel is the most important thing, regardless of whether it learns to talk or not. Remember to keep training fun and pressure-free. Celebrating small successes and creating a positive environment will make your cockatiel feel comfortable and encouraged to keep trying. Good luck and keep persevering. To the owner who didn't give up and managed to get his cockatiel talking, congratulations! This is a great accomplishment and shows how much your patience, dedication, and caring have paid off. Keep practicing with your cockatiel, introducing new words and phrases. And, of course, keep the training sessions fun and positive. You can also share your experiences and tips with other tutors who are just starting out or who are struggling. Did you already know all these tips? If so, write in the comments to let us know. And if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments too. Your question can be the subject of our videos here on the channel, so we can help other tutors who may have the same doubt. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive all notifications of upcoming videos. Check back often, okay? Now I'm going to say goodbye to you. Thanks for watching this video and see you next time. I'll be waiting for you there.